You're listening to the AOL Small Cap Show, powered by AGORACOM.com, the web's leading small cap portal.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm Al O'Grady, and with us today is the president and CEO of Futuremedia, Mr. George O'Leary. Futuremedia is a company doing business in the exhibition and events industry. Its subsidiary, Spice Design and Events International, delivers innovative solutions for organizations with design, exhibition, and event needs. It has over 3 decades of worldwide experience creating and delivering projects across a range of industries. Futuremedia trades on the over-the-counter bulletin board under the symbol FMDAY. Mr. O'Leary, welcome to the program.
How you doing, Al?
I'm doing
to talk to you today.
Great. I'm doing fine, George. Let's jump right into this here. George, you've had a number of announcements that crossed the wires recently. Now, one of them dealt with the sale of the FM Learning subsidiary. George, what was all that about?
Well, first of all, Al, our exhibition and events part of our business represents 85% of our annual turnover, where the e-learning business represents just 15% of our turnover. So the e-learning business, although it was really the cornerstone of Futuremedia for the last 25 years, was really too small to make it on its own. And Advantage Group, a Norwegian company, e-learning business that represents the right size and the right support, was interested in buying Futuremedia Learning. It made a lot of sense to us to sell off that division, and so we could focus on our core business. The staff of Futuremedia Learning was quite excited, actually, because the financial performance over the years of Futuremedia had impaired its ability to close some big deals, and with Advantage, they have a huge opportunity to grow their business the right size. It represents about 10 times the current size of Futuremedia Learning, and therefore it's really the right fit for the company.
Right, so obviously a win-win scenario as you move your business forward. There was also a bit of a name change from what I understand. Bring us up to speed on that.
Yeah, we just rebranded the Button Group business as well. Button Group had 35-year history in exhibition and events, and it also has a small traditional graphic design business, much smaller than the overall business, about 5% of the total turnover. Well, quite frankly, when Futuremedia took over the Button Group, it didn't do so well. One, it had a fallout with the seller, and two, there were some missteps with dealing with the organizers, the event organizers, as well as some of the clients, and therefore, over the last 18 months, it really has taken quite a bit of time to rebuild those relationships with the organizer and with our clients, which we've done a great job with. So basically the 3 regions in the UK, France, and in North America, based out of Los Angeles, really felt they needed a fresh start. And so the team, which is a creative agency, came up with their own rebrand, and we launched at our recent trade show in MIPCOM, which is one of our larger trade shows that we do based out of Cannes.
Okay. Now, just for the purpose of the investors and so forth, is everything going to stay the same as far as the parent company is concerned with respect to its name, the stock symbol, et cetera?
Good question, Al. Basically, the new name of the subsidiary is Spice Design and Events. The tagline, Spice Accent Your Brand, basically we provide the added touch that sets our clients apart at trade shows around the globe. As far as Futuremedia's name is concerned, in our upcoming AGM, where we're going to have our annual general shareholders meeting, we're going to do a shareholder vote to suggest that to change the name from Futuremedia to Spice Design and Events International, which more represents what our business is today, and it will be a final break with the past and allow us to focus on future opportunities.
Okay, let's talk about your management team for a second. From what I understand on the executive front, 2 of your board members are no longer with you. Would you care to comment on that?
Yeah, of course. Margot and Sabina, fantastic board members. It was strictly a financial decision. The annual cost of the board, as well as the travel from North America to our board meetings, we just made a decision that it was more important to further cut corporate costs And again, we're definitely going to miss their contribution to the board. They've left on excellent terms. I'm still in contact with them. Their expertise was in the learning side, and with the learning business being sold, it was a good time to make the move. Again, strictly financial reasons.
Okay. What's on the horizon for Futuremedia? Do some crystal ball gazing for us, George. What do you expect in the upcoming quarter and also subsequent quarters?
You bet, Al. Since our recent sale of Futuremedia Learning, again, that took up a lot of my time. It was great for the business, again, great for Futuremedia Learning, and great for our core business as we move forward. Now we have a total focus on the exhibition and events industry. Our three regions are all doing extremely well, Al, compared to their budgeted targets. They're either at or above their budget at this point in time. In our industry, there's very clear visibility, at least for a quarter ahead, because as you can imagine, the amount of work you're doing in advance of a trade show, of the actual trade show starting, our clients make those decisions in advance, at least 90 days in advance of the trade shows, usually quite a bit more time than that. But anyway, that gives us great visibility over where we are for the first two quarters. Again, our fiscal year starts July, ends in June. So from July through December, where we are, we're definitely ahead of budget in all three regions, and so all three regions are really executing excellently, and we're very excited about where that puts us. We felt it was a great time to rebrand because we're really headed for a breakout year of performance this year, and hopefully it'll have a positive impact the way investors view the stock, and hopefully we'll see some movement both in the volume and the price of the stock as we continue to perform.
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit further. Date of today's recording, Monday, October 20th. This past week, a lot of volatility with the markets and so forth. Give us your perspective on that, also from a big picture standpoint and also from a micro perspective. Would you care to comment on that any further?
You bet. I would say, it's very hard to say in these current market conditions what's going to happen to any company as far as the stock and the, as far as the volume and the price goes. Obviously, the world is in crisis when it comes to the financial markets and that kind of thing. I think there's an opportunity, though, for the microcap investor who focuses on the microcap to actually find some huge opportunities right now. I will tell you, as far as the trade show and event industry goes, we're not seeing any slow up in spending from our client base. In fact, we're seeing a more aggressive spend, both on the exhibition side and clearly on the event side, getting their name out there, being more aggressive, getting their name out there. Our event business is actually not only above budget, but we're actually seeing 12 to 15% increases to our budget just from 3 months ago. So huge spend going on from that perspective. So again, I think our company's performance is really starting to execute, getting the sale of Futuremedia Learning behind us, focusing on our core business. I'm hopeful that as we continue our quarterly shareholder calls and continue to execute, that this will work itself out as far as our stock volume and our stock price. Okay,
having said all that, George, we're quickly running out of time, and those are all the formal questions I have for you right now. But as always, I leave my guest with the last word. Any final thoughts? Anything that you'd like to add right now?
Well, again, I think we've had quite an interesting 18 months. I think the company has done a fantastic job working out the issues with the business model, where we wanted to be, where we saw ourselves going. I think it was clear that with the size of the exhibition and event business and the global nature of it, that there was tremendous opportunities in that side of the business, and putting the e-learning business in the right hands, in this case Advantage Group, which is about the same size as Spice Design and Events International. I think we're now, both companies are in very, very good position of growth, and I really look forward to a very exciting year going forward.
Okay. On that note, George, I want to thank you very much for your time and telling us more about Futuremedia.
It's my pleasure, Al. Great to speak with you.
Okay. And Futuremedia trades on the over-the-counter bulletin board under the symbol FMDAY. And you've been listening to the AOL Small Cap Show produced by AGORACOM. I'm Al O'Grady. Thanks for joining us.